Welcome everyone. The topic of this video is epithelial tissue of chapter Tissue Level of Organization. Already we know group of similar cells unite to form a tissue. Animal tissues are classified according to the size, shape and the functions of the cells. The study of tissues is known as histology. There are four primary tissue types interview to form the fabric of the body, namely epithelial tissue for covering, the connective tissue for support, the muscular tissue for the movement, and the nervous tissue for the control. In this slide, a classification of animal tissue is given, and the various type of tissues like epithelial tissue, the connective tissue, the muscular tissue, and the nervous tissue located in a human body is also shown. In this picture, the broad classification of animal tissues is given. Already we know animal tissues are divided into four types, namely epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and neural tissue. Epithelial tissue is further divided into simple epithelial tissue and compound epithelial tissue. Simple epithelial tissue is divided into five types, namely squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue, columnar epithelial tissue, ciliated epithelial tissue, and pseudostratified epithelial tissue. Whereas compound epithelial tissue are divided into two types, namely stratified epithelial tissue and transitional epithelial tissue. Stratified epithelial tissue is later divided into squamous epithelial, cuboidal epithelial, and columnar epithelial tissue. Squamous epithelial tissue is further divided into keratinized and non-keratinized. Epithelial tissue is a sheet of cells that covers the body surface or lines the body cavity. So this type of tissue occurs in our body as a covering or as a lining the epithelium and as glandular epithelium. So the main function of this epithelial tissue is protection, absorption, filtration, excretion, secretion, and sensory reception. Based on the structural modification of the cells, the epithelial tissues are classified into simple epithelium and compound epithelium, which is also known as stratified epithelium. The simple epithelium is composed of single layer of cells. So usually they are found in the organs of absorption, secretion, and filtration. So this epithelial tissue is further divided into the five types, namely squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue, columnar epithelial tissue, ciliated epithelial tissue, and pseudo-stratified epithelial tissues. The squamous epithelial tissue is made up of a single thin layer of flattened cells with irregular boundaries. So in this picture, the squamous epithelial tissue is shown where they are made by a single thin layer, and usually they are flattened cells with irregular boundaries. So they are found in the kidney glomeruli, air sacs of lungs, lining of the heart, blood vessels, and lymphatic vessels, and are involved in functions like forming a diffusion boundary and filtration in sites where protection is not important. Cuboidal epithelial tissue is made up of a single layer of cube-like cells. This tissue is commonly found in the kidney tubules, ducts, and secretory portions of small glands and surface of the ovary. Its main functions are secretion and absorption. Columnar epithelial tissue is composed of single layer of very tall cells with a round or oval nuclei at the base. It lines the digestive tract from the stomach to the rectum. The two modifications of this lining are presence of microvilli on the apical surface of the absorptive cells and goblet cell, which secretes the protective lubricating mucus. The functions of this epithelium include absorption, secretion of mucus, enzymes, and other substances. If the columnar cells bears a cilia on their free surfaces, they are called as ciliated epithelium. This ciliated type propels the mucus by ciliary reactions and it lines the small bronchioles, fallopian tubes and uterus. Non-ciliated type lines most of the digestive tract, gallbladder and secretory ducts of glands. Pseudo-stratified epithelial cells are columnar, but they are unequal in size. Although the epithelium is single layer, but they appear to be in many layers. As such, they are called as multi-layered because the nuclei lie at different levels in the different cells. Hence, it is also called pseudo-stratified epithelium and its functions are protection, secretion and absorption. Ciliated forms lines the trachea and the upper respiratory tract. The non-ciliated forms lines the epididymis, large ducts of glands and the tracts of the male urethra. Some of the cuboidal or columnar cells get specialized for secretion and they are called as glandular epithelial tissue. They are mainly of two types: unicellular, consisting of isolated glandular cells which are goblet cells of the alimentary canal, and multicellular, consisting of cluster of cells as found in the salivary glands. On the basis of mode of pouring their secretions, glands are divided into two categories, namely exocrine and endocrine glands. Exocrine glands secrete mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzymes and other cell products. These products are released through the ducts or through the tubes. In contrast, the endocrine glands do not have any ducts. So their secretions called hormones are secreted directly into the fluid bathing the gland. The exocrine glands are classified as unicellular and multicellular glands. The multicellular glands are further classified based on the structure as simple and compound glands. Based on their secretory units as tubular, alveolar, which is also known as acinous, and tubulo-alveolar. Based on the mode of secretion, exocrine glands are further classified as the merocrine, holocrine and apocrine type of glands. The second type is the compound epithelial tissues, which is made up of more than one layer. So which is also called as multi-layered of cells and thus has a limited role in secretion and absorption. The compound epithelia may be stratified and transitional. Their main function is to provide protection against chemical and mechanical stresses. They cover the dry surface of the skin, the moist surface of buccal cavity, pharynx, inner lining of ducts of salivary glands and the pancreatic ducts. The compound epithelial tissue is further divided into stratified and transitional, where the stratified epithelial tissue are further divided into squamous, cuboidal and columnar. Stratified squamous epithelium is of two types, namely keratinized type, which forms the dry epidermis of the skin, and the non-keratinized type forms the moist lining of the esophagus, mouth, conjunctiva of the eyes and the vagina. Stratified cuboidal epithelium is mostly found in the ducts of sweat glands and mammary glands. The stratified columnar epithelium has limited distribution in the body, found around the lumen of the pharynx, male urethra and lining of some glandular ducts. The transitional epithelium is found in the lining of the ureters, urinary bladder and the part of the urethra. This epithelium allows stretching and is protective in function. With this, the topic animal tissues is getting over. Regarding the next topic, we'll see in the next videos. Thank you.